Bienvenidos. Welcome back to the New Mexico Radio Talk Show.com, ladies and gentlemen. Bienvenidos. Hopefully, you guys are having a good time on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show.com because we got a lot of people in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We also have one of our very own hosts on Mondays that's in the house with us. We got Wendy Pacheco out of El Paso, Texas, with us this evening. What an awesome showdown we had yesterday, man. We had Alice Zenino on the show. We had Maria Linda Mabry on the show. We got Andrea coming in on Monday. I'm just giving you a little rough draft of what we got going on next week, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of interviews throughout the weeks, and we're really, really busy, man. We're really busy. We got Von Vox coming in on Tuesday. We also got Celeste Escobar coming in on a Hump Day Wednesday. Then we got the beautiful Monica Andrada coming in on Thursday, man. So it's going to be an awesome, awesome showdown. And then we got Sammy Torres, and then we got Heather Jolene Alcantar. And then we also have we have a lot of guests, man. We got some of the guests that Sofia put out there for us out there as well, man. And that's who our special guest is tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got a special guest tonight. She's in the film scenes. She's a film makeup artist. She does a lot of. She's got a lot of talent underneath her belt. We're about to find out like how she got started and who inspired her to do what she loves to do. And I mean, doing these shows every single week, and you get to see what we bring into our shows. So, we're here, getting the fine pieces, right, to see how these stars became stars, right, and because it's not easy to be in the film or be doing something you love to do, because once you love to do it, you want to do it like all the time, and then it takes away from family, friends, partners, and all kinds of stuff, man. And but you gotta love what you do. We love what we do here on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show. So we got the beautiful Sofia Luque all the way to San Antonio. What's going on, Sofia?
How are you guys? I'm really good. Thank you for bringing me on board, and I'm excited to tell you about my journey.
We're here to like I said before the show, man, is you know, you get different worlds here on the show, man. You get the best of both worlds right here on the show as well, because we bring in Tejanos artists, male or female bands, track artists. We bring in movie stars, models. Of course, they got to keep it. They got to keep it. Professional, of course, right? And bar owners, club owners, anybody, DJs, podcast, anybody who wants to tell us about their journey, their careers, and our shows are where they're at, man, because you get to hear different genres of what's going on, right? We got a good friend of mine, good friend of mine. She's a good artist as well. She's out of El Paso, Texas. The beautiful Irma Salvio Perez. She's going to be making her way back to the New Mexico Radio Talk Show very, very soon for an interview and to be on the show. All right. So be making a look at that. All right. Um, but we got that going on, ladies and gentlemen. So, but yeah, our shows are always, high up and uplifting and good wisdom and stuff like that to everybody out there. So, Sophia, I'm going to ask you a question because it's only me tonight. So, everybody's like, man, I haven't seen Hen Dog be on the show by himself in a long time since I first started.
I get it. Everybody's doing their own thing right now.
Exactly. So what got you what inspired you to wanting to be a film makeup artist for movies and stuff like that? Or what got you into that? How did you get started?
Well, the thing is, everything started because I went to the Art Institute for Animation Media Arts, right? And so I was still figuring out what I want to do in life. Even though I want to work in the film industry, but I still didn't know where I was gonna flow in the world, And so I was like, well, I want to work making movies, but at the same time, I want to work behind the scenes. I'm really shy sometimes on camera, so that's not my thing. It's not my thing at all. But I figured out that just computer and things like that in animation was too much for me. I just Like I have like this barrier thing that is difficult to understand certain things. But later I figured out that molding and just like sculpting, making characters, and that's something I learned in animation media arts. And someone just clicked my head and was like, "Hey, you like makeup? You're a female. Have you ever thought about working in the film industry? I mean, you're still working in the film industry, but have you ever thought about just doing makeup for films?" And that's when it clicked.
No, I mean, I've seen some of the stuff you've been doing, and and it's tough, to get out there, right? You got to put your product out there. You got to do. I mean, it's a little bit different, for what you do to what others do. Like me as a DJ, I got to put out the music, and of course, I got to dress to impress. As a DJ, you got to dress to impress. So the same thing with you for your stuff. You got to get somebody who wants to be like a brand ambassador or a little model here. And I mean, the stuff you use is high quality makeup and stuff like that. Because it's used for the film industry and stuff like that. And the product lasts a long time. Because it's got to be on there for the movie and for what you're filming for and all that stuff. And but the thing is, you got to find somebody who wants to be the mannequin, and I mean, and sometimes it may be a freebie, and that freebie will turn you into $1,000 or $2,000 throughout. It just depends, how it flows, and but the way you have to put out your product, you got to get somebody who wants to get a little bit of now. Well, I wouldn't call it face paint, pero
I mean, I think someone look pretty, ugly, yeah, whatever you like.
no, no. The thing is, you just got to get your network out there, and let your people know what you do. And for me as a DJ, the music and everything else speaks for itself. People ask me, "Hey, do you advertise?" I'm like, no. I mean, you think about it now, or I think about it now. If I was to advertise, all the stuff that I do for DJing and stuff like that, weddings, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, you would think how busy I'd be, if I would advertise, on the radio stations or social media platforms and stuff like that. But I'm too busy, to advertise. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm a promoter, so I can promote myself. So I don't need a promoter or manager because I could do both of those. But it's word of mouth. Word of mouth is where it's at, and you know,
Exactly.
and it speaks for itself, right? Word of mouth speaks for itself. You be how's it saying? You be kind, be humble, and you get business.
And you know what? It's not only that. I think it's just after many experience that you work. So
Exactly.
so basically, it's like working with different film productions or different film people that they want to collaborate with you. But I always see it as if your work ethic, if you are always on time, if you know what you're doing, hand sanitizing, making sure that director is okay at what you're doing. And so it's kind of like a lot of people think like, oh, makeup is so easy, you can do this, you can do that, fast paced. Honestly, it's one of the most fast paced. Like you need to make everything on point because it's constantly like hey, we need this, touch ups real quick, do this, do that. So you need to work in a fast paced environment. And so after working for a long time, I've been doing this for 12 years.
Wow.
So, but just like working with directors behind the scenes, that's the fun part. But after you create that makeup, you're creating that character. So it's a lot of work that not a lot of people pay attention to it. But we make creatures, we make characters. Uh,
Exactly.
So it's a lot of work, but it's worth it at the end.
And you're right about that. It is a lot of work, and you're also right about you know um showing up on time. That's a big key, and it's even a big key for me on the podcast as well. But there's times where things happen. Um of course, I would have normally started the show. um that way, the show's already started, people already engaging to the show. um but when you're on your own, you got to do what you got to do. But and that's no excuse. But the thing is like when you got to be consistent, and when you're not consistent and you're bouncing around, showing up to the shows late, or I mean, they're not gonna tell you right away, hey, you're late. But after so many, they're gonna tell you, hey, you know what, so and so, you're late. Same thing like a job. You know,
Yeah,
um, I think it's three write-ups at most jobs. Sometimes it's only one write-up and then you're gone, depending on the job. I know like big corporates like Walmart, Sam's Club, Target, all them places. Them places got stacks and stacks of well, probably not stacks anymore, but online emails, with emails, man, of nothing but applications. And and somebody's late from lunch, or something happens, during their time that they're clocked in. I mean, they're gone, they're terminated. But like I said, most jobs gives you sometimes one time check, and then the other job gives you a three-time warning, and you would think after the first warning you would learn, right? But everybody, gets second and third chances to be a part of the job. And I mean, most important, you got to be on time. Um, and that speaks volume for any
exactly.
business. If my photographer, or if my people who set up my sound stuff and all that stuff, if they show up to the gig late, I'm I mean, I hate to be a pest or be an a-hole about it, but you know they're delaying my time, and then I'm paying them top dollar, to go set it up and tear it down, and it's not easy. So and they're late. Well,
Exactly.
the price gets deducted from their pay. I mean, if they're going to make $100 a piece, and they show up late to the show to go set it up. I mean, and then they say, "Hey, where's my $100 a piece?" Well, I cut that in half. I mean, I don't mean to be rude.
Yes, exactly. And you know what? Not a lot of people think as a self-employed. Like I just started from I was 20. I'm 30. I'm 30. I'm gonna be 33. So from I started from low. It's kind of like you need to work yourself up there, you know. And so it takes time, and not a lot of people saying like, "Oh, how you did that so quick," and everything is like, no, it took me time to get where I wanted to be. It does take time, and you know what, it's just not the worth amount, it's just your effort at putting like your art, it's kind of like this is what I do, like I want to prove people that hey, this is why I love film. It's been my ups and downs, and of course we're artists, we're starving artists, and we're gonna have our ups and downs, right?
And
But I always keep it up, and just I've been working with, like, this is a actually a an award for a film that I worked on. It was
wow,
an hmm
from
yeah,
the actual director, or
yeah, for
or
the actual director.
wow,
It was actually for a Narcos. His name is Ricky. Which hi, I want to say hi to Ricky. Um, he gave me a really, really good opportunity, and because of him, I've been exposing more of my work because you need you need to expose your work out there, you know. So just having those good references, just your work ethic, you know what you're doing, you're clean, and everything is just you're gonna get up there. I mean,
of course,
slowly, but you
yeah.
will get there.
No, and I mean, you've been doing it for 12 years, and but I mean, and you're learning different things and different techniques every single day. I mean, think about it. 12 years ago, I mean, where would you have been? 12 years ago, you probably learned a lot more now than you have in the 12 years that you've been doing the film makeup. And I mean, technology, Sophia, technology is
Oh yeah.
i- is is a phenomenal tool, man. Because look, you're all the way over there in San Antonio, and you're doing an interview on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show, and I'm in New Mexico. So, and but back then, back in the 80s, 70s, 60s, something like that, they didn't have all this technology, cell phones and emails, and um What's the other one? My gosh, computers, laptops, tablets.
You
Um,
name it, like telegrams, phones. I mean,
uh,
everything that has to do with electricity, pretty much.
yeah, and they didn't have that back then, you know. So these artists and these people who would promote their business or promote a concert or promote something, they would have to travel. Um, well, if I was performing in San Antonio, of course, I would have to drive 9 hours to go to your house or to your recording studio to advertise my business, or what I'm doing in San Antonio. Nowadays, with modern technology, it's a click of a button, man. It's either going straight Facebook Live off your phone, Zoom, what we use here, our platform here, and that's how we do the shows, and that's how we're able to manage and be able to put out the artists and put out, people like you, Sophia, put them out there and put them on the map, and that's what it's all about, is putting out the people.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's always about if you're passionate about it. If you're passionate about it, things are gonna work out really well. Because if you see it as more like a job, you're just gonna fall off the cliff. And this is how I see it. As long as you're passionate and you're doing what you're doing and you're happy and that makes you in your ups and downs, you're gonna skyrocket.
Well, the thing is I think I mentioned it yesterday with Elizay and Maria Linda on the show yesterday. There's a lot of people that don't like the corrective criticism, and they get all butthurt or they get all bent out of shape or they go badmouth somebody on social media because they're trying to give them some advice, and some great advice, that can better your show or better your career, your culture, what you're doing. And I'm always the one that's, like, I'm young, so I can't say my age because I'm doing a little raffle. So anybody that can guess the age of DJ Hen Dog gets a free shirt, either of your liking. It can be a New Mexico Radio Talk Show shirt, and or it can be an Ala Machina shirt, and whichever one you choose, I'll have it signed by myself, and then whoever wins that lucky shirt on whoever guesses it, because I'm gonna post it Friday night at midnight because my birthday's Saturday, so I gotta post it on Saturdays, Friday night. So I can't say my age, but anyway, because that gives out
I like
takes away the
it.
fun.
I like it.
Takes away the
You
fun.
look good. You look great. I guess if you need a little bit of makeup, I got you.
Um, so if you can guess my age and my favorite food, you'll be able to get a free shirt. All right, put that out there. Make it a little tough for you guys. But I'm always great to take that criticism because I want to know what I did wrong, what I didn't do. And especially now that I'm a manager, booking agent, promoter, and music distributor, all of those in one. It's a lot of work. A lot of sleepless nights, making sure the artists are getting out there, making sure they're getting performances, making sure they're getting paid for their time. But I'm always listening to people that have done it a long time, and be able to take it as a slap in their head and put it to my use, and because I want to better the show, I want to better myself, better the artist, and but it's always nice to have that one person or even 10 people to say, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. um and everybody says, have you watched your shows after the show? I'll catch a clip here and there, just I don't know, just to catch it, or but I got other things going on, man, and I should watch the show after, while I'm working on projects or working on different things. I should watch the show, see like what I did wrong or what I didn't do, what I could do better for the next show, what I can train, the host on to do better on, or where we can all do good on. But most important thing is, you gotta continue your success, continue, because I mean, everything is just getting to the skyrocket, man. It's crazy, man. Everything, new artists are coming out. I see that there's more film producers are coming out. A good friend of mine, Gabriel Carmona's got his thing with the King of the South. Um,
I work with him.
I mean, that guy, he's doing all kinds of big things out there, man. But the thing is like, and I'm seeing the social media platforms, right? I am watching the TikTok, the Instagrams, the Snapchats, the Twitters, and Facebooks and YouTubes. I'm like, man, where did this film artist come from, or film star come from, producer? I mean, it's crazy, like how much it's expanding.
Hmm. And you know what? It's not that. It's just crazy because San Antonio, everything started from the movie Selena Quintanilla, right?
Oh, right, yes.
Yes, I mean they filmed there everything in San Antonio. So now we're trying to see if they can pass the bill to at least start making films here in Texas in general. I mean, as creators, writers, we want to expose our stories. We want to help out there. Like we're probably going to be the next Hollywood, and we don't know yet. And so, but it's getting there.
No, that's what it's all about, man. Is trying to focus and make sure it happens. And look what Gabriel's doing. He's got King of the South. He's got a legend in the movie, Little Joe in La Familia, legend
Oh,
in the Tejano scenes, and is part of the scenes in the movie. How cool is that? I
exactly.
mean, now when that movie comes out or the series comes out, you're going to be able to see that, right? You're going to be able to see, all the actors, and then you're going to be able to like, hey, I know that guy from somewhere. Then you're going to watch it again, and that gives a producer, that gives them all the views and all the things so they make their money, right? Because that's what you want. That's what you come in and do the film makeup, and you make them all look all old, or their cheeks look all saggy or look all younger. Um and people don't recognize that. They don't recognize all that behind the work. They don't see that. And then when they watch the movie like 10 times, hey, I know that artist from somewhere. Where did he performs? And then they're going to catch, hey, little Joe's in there. Or at the end of the show or end of the movie, they're going to see the credits, and the cast crew, and it's going to say Gabriel, and it's going to have little Joe on there, and they're going to be like, hey, little Joe was in this. I mean, and a lot of people are not going to know it. You know what I mean? They're going to be like, "Oh, little Joe's in this, or is he just a sponsor, or is he just an extra, or he's just?" But when they see the actual movie, they're going to be like, "What the heck?" And then what that's going to do, to be honest with you, that right there is going to inspire more Tejanos, more Tejanas to join into the music film, to
You
the
know
movie
what?
film.
Honestly, just to help that there's kids out there in high school that they probably want to join the film industry. And a lot of people see it as we're just entertainment. It's a career. It's a really tough career. And I do highly recommend for people to try. Just try it one time. You don't know if you're gonna love it or not, you know? But we are the entertainment to create something for y'all to watch.
Oh, I know, Moss. Look right here, man. We got Jenny Canales is in La Casa, a good friend of mine. Jenny, when are you coming back on the show, girlfriend? Uh, ay, yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who want to be a star, right? And it doesn't matter if you want to be in the film industry, if you want to be in the Tejano industry, or I
And
mean, the thing is, you gotta put your mind where you want it to be, right? And you can do anything that you possibly can. You just got to work your butt off. And you're right. The film industry is tough because David Vela is a good friend of mine, and he's a actual host on Thursdays on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show, and he's also a football coach as well at one of the high schools in San Antonio.
oh,
And he used to be a pro football player way back in the 80s, 70s, like that, man, with the Oakland Raiders back then, and pros, and now he's in the movie film. And I mean, there's times where he'll call me and he'll be like, "Hey, hen dog, I gotta go, bro. I'm on set." I'm like, "A la chingada." I'm like, "Wow, man." I'm like, "Dude, I'm just barely getting into conversation."
I mean, it is tough out there.
I mean, I'm barely getting a nice little combo with him, and then he's like, "Hey, man, I had to take a quick little break to go get some water or whatever, bathroom, whatever I needed to do." And he goes, "I decided to call you real quick, hen dog," and he goes, "I just want to let you know I'm doing all right, man." And but I mean, I mean, it's crazy because like I mean, we were like texting or talking like quite frequently, and then when he got selected to be in a movie, in Dallas, I think it is. He's been doing the film out there. That's where some of the scenes are at, and he's been driving like every day or every other day back and forth to San Antonio, back to Dallas, back to San Antonio for the film. And I'm like, David, how in the heck are you managing your time to be in the film industry doing this films on set, and also, man, being able to, go to San Antonio back and forth, and the job. I mean, because when you're in the film career, it's a job, man. They call you, they call your agent and say, hey, we got you a gig here. We want you to come be in this film. We liked it. We liked his work, so we want your guy to be in our movie. Well, what do you charge? Oh, blah blah blah. We charge this, and then your agent says, hey, I got you a thing here in San Marcos or Corpus or whatever, and it could take 6 to 7 months to a year to get the whole film done. And they're going to tell you, hey, the film director is going to be like, hey, I need you this many months. And I mean, of course, you're going to get paid, but you're going to be gone from home, for these many months
Mhm.
because depending on your role, your character, and what you're doing, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's kind of like a travel job, you know? And so
Right?
it's a travel job. And but sometimes we get the good things. Sometimes directors they pay us for food or hotels, and that makes it easy for us. Not in it as an actor, as probably as a backstage. I mean, like we're just a team to create something, you know. But I always say like this: like if you say no to one of a film and you have the opportunity, just say yes because that's how you're gonna start doing it more and more and more and more and more and more and more, and you're gonna get cast many times, and that's how it is.
Well, that's exactly how it is. You're out there doing your thing, and you gotta love it, because there can be some stressful times, when there's no filming going on. It's like, what do you do on your off time? Like like for you, example, Sophia, what do you do when you're not working with film? Do you got other projects that you're working on, or what do you do? Because I
I,
mean, you got to have a plan B because I mean, they're going to call you left and right. You know what I mean? And you're going to go where they're going to pay or wherever they're going to, I mean, it's just a business,
yeah,
and for what you do, you know what I mean? You're the makeup artist. So you got to make you got to make these guys look good, or even the females. You got to make them look good on set, on scene. And because it's going to be on worldwide TV, it could be on Netflix, it can be on Paramount.
or
What,
YouTube or
what's the,
anything.
yeah, all the big star film productions, and your work is getting showcased on those platforms, and people are like, man, who did your work, who did your makeup? And they're going to you would think they would relate back to you
Yeah.
because that's who did the makeup. But what do you do on your off time when you're not doing any film industry with makeup and stuff like that? What do you do?
Oh, just that's a really good question because honestly, I do have a little part-time job, which is like just like little gigs here and there. I pick up maybe like Uber or something like that because it is a struggle right now with the economy is really, really bad. So when it comes to your lowest, try to find like a just a flexible job that doesn't have to interfere with um like a full-time job. Not weekends, just during the week, because usually the weekends is when we get calls or like, hey, we need you for this and this shoot and blah blah blah. It is a time management because you need to schedule it plus the other job that you have.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, how do you manage that? It's just it is hard. It is hard, but sometimes is they will be nice about it. They're like, okay, we give you this and this and these days, but a lot of artists in the film industry they struggle with that.
Of
There's not one
course.
single one that I never heard that they have a second job.
I mean, the thing is you have to, because I mean, I mean, when are the busiest seasons for film? That's another thing you got to think about too when you want to join this industry for film. Like, when are their peak seasons? When are there the most busiest seasons for film? You know what I mean? And I mean, there's some downtimes, and you got to find out what you're gonna do. And maybe an Uber, or maybe like one of those person that goes and stacks bags at Walmart and takes them to the customers and stuff like that. I've seen those lately. But yeah, just a little work from home job to keep you going, um,
Exactly, because we should
landscaping or doing something,
survive.
putting up Christmas lights for people. I mean, a job's a job, money's money.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I've seen a lot of people that are just having part time jobs. And they're still hustling because when the peak days, like because Texas is really a hot weather, so not a lot of film directors or writers they want to work outside, and mostly of films they want to work outside. So usually the peak season is always during October or fall season. So those are the peak seasons. And I've been getting a lot of them because it's like, oh, we want to hire you for October or once it gets closer to cold weather. So that way we can work outside and no suffer in the heat.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I know it's hot right now in San Antonio or in just in Texas in general, and it's not just a heat; it's like a dry heat, man. And I mean, the moment you take a shower, you step outside to not even let the dog out, but as soon as you just open the door, you get that heat uh from the heat, and you're already sweating, so you got to go back and shower again. But I mean, the thing is like um yeah, just you have to love what you're doing, and you also have to have a fallback, because you never know when it's going to be hot, or you never know when it's going to be cold. I mean, I noticed here in Roswell, it's been crazy weather, man. It's crazy, windy, and I'm like, well, I thought winter was over.
Oh my God, that's funny. So it's going up and down, up and down.
And then and then I'm like, it's cloudy. Is it going to rain? Is it going to snow? Is it going to hail? What is it going to do, man? Um, but and you just never know with Mother Nature. You never know what's going to happen. But you know, um, going back, to everything else, man, you just have to love and love what you do. Just like us here on our podcast, everybody donates their time, and I appreciate everybody that comes on as a host to come out on the show and showcase themselves. And I mean, some of them say, "Hey, I'm camera shy," but once they get on the camera with their favorite artist or their favorite person on the show, they open up like a book. And I appreciate everybody taking their time, taking the dedication to wanting to be a part of a big podcast. And this podcast is growing every single day. So follow us, give us a like, give us a share, ladies and gentlemen. If you want the New Mexico Radio Talk Show to be a part of your event, it doesn't matter what kind of event you're having. It could be a Tejano event, a cumbia event, a film event. We are there. The price is right. We are there. So if you want to get a hold of us, you can contact any one of our hosts on the show, and you want to get interviewed, contact one of our lovely hosts or myself to get interviewed. We're here to put you guys out there on the maps. Anybody out there? I know we just got one by Wendy Pacheco. She just sent me one of her guys that she wants to bring on. One of her good friends, Mr. Rubis Martinez. He's got an event going down, so we got him coming out on June the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. I set that up just a while ago, right before the show. Um, so we got him coming in. He's got his own show going on out there in El Paso, Texas, and that's what it's all about, man. Is sharing the love, spreading the love to everybody out there. So if you got an event going on, you want the New Mexico Radio Talk Show to be a big part of it, we can broadcast it live. We can travel live. Like I said, if the price is right, if we get accommodated for the weekend or for the 3 days that the event is or whatever, if we get accommodated for a couple of days or a couple of nights and the price is right, we will take our cameras and take our laptops and stuff like that for the event, and then we're able to stream it on our platforms, which is my Facebook here, the New Mexico Radio Talk Show interview page, and then will be broadcasted on Roku TV and also YouTube as well. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to book us, call us whenever you want, or give us a direct message. I'm proud of what Sophia's doing for her culture and her journey. 12 years doing it and still going strong. It takes people like ourselves, like our podcast as well, to put her out there even more. even though she's already been doing it for 12 years. It don't hesitate to ever help anybody strive for their dreams or their goals. Um, and that's what we're here for. Put out people, and that's what Sophia's looking forward to. And I'm sure she'll be getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of messages from today, and and don't hesitate to put her on your show. Get her journey out there because she's a film star. She's a film makeup artist. She's got. I mean, it's not the. And here's the thing, Sophia. I know you got that award from one of the film directors, and it's not just getting the award. The thing is, your hard work, your dedication, all pays off for that. A lot of people are like, "Oh
Exactly.
wow, well, she got an award, and how did she get that?" No, it's not about that, man. It's about, you got it because you worked your tail off for it, and you're probably were on time, and you're humble. So, I mean, hard work pays off. Hard work pays off to get the trophy, to get the
And
plaque.
it's passion. Just is passionate about, like, if you're really passionate about something, there's gonna good things are gonna come through. By the way, I want to say hi to my girlfriend, which is she as film director producer. Her name is Priscilla, and so there's a coming another sitcom that I'm gonna be working for her. So it's called assist. It's called as what is it as assistant. Oh my god, my English is horrible. Oh my god, Stinky Assassin. There you go.
Well, we're gonna have to bring her to the show and get a little bit of a glimpse of what she's got working on as well. Any film star, film artist, anybody else that's in the film industry, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get on the show, you can contact myself or you can get a hold of Sophia. I know we got a few of her guests coming in June. Um, so looking forward to that, man. They're film artists, they're film stars, and they're doing their thing. They're striving for goals and reaching for accolades as well, man. And it's what it's all about, man. It's showing the support uh to the different genres, man, and different culturas out there. So if you want to be on the show, contact myself or contact Sophia out there. She'll do the film interviews out there. So she'll bring in any film artists out there. She's also going to be working on some of the Tejano interviews as well. I mean, I think everybody's been a part of the show, and that's what it's all about. I know Wendy was setting me up with some interviews out there as well. So we got a lot of interviews. We got Danny Noyola coming in on the 23rd of June, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look at the calendar for that, but we got a lot of artists, a lot of great talent coming in. But I do want to say thank you to everybody that's checking in on a Thursday. Thank you for dropping by on a Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, because I know everybody's already pre-gaming while they pre-game on Wednesday night at home. And then, because here's the thing, there's a lot of bars, there's a lot of clubs that are not opened on Wednesday through Sunday. I think they open some, and I'm not saying all, but most of them are opened up with DJ live music Thursday through Sunday. Most of them are open Wednesday through Sunday with just like an audio like a playlist DJ or whatever, Pandora or YouTube or Spotify or whatever they got for the music part, right? Or jukebox. And people pregame, at home, get their drink on at home. And then, come Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's put a party every single weekend. And, I just want to give, the hats off to everybody. Thank you for checking in on the show, man, on a Thursday, because there's a lot of people that are out there partying already. I saw that before we jumped on the show today. And it's an awesome, awesome, awesome time with you guys on all the time we're on the show. Sophia, is there any advice that you can give somebody who wants to be a film actress or do film makeup or
Or work behind
something
the
in their
scenes.
career? Is there anything advice that you can give to some of these talents out there that you see that you would like to put out there
I
for
mean,
these young talent?
I would definitely, like I said, if you have a child that wants to be in acting or wants to join behind the scenes, expose them to someone that is been in that field, or start going to theatrical. There's like theatrical schools. They're like theatrical here in San Antonio. There's like theater classes. If you want to
Wow.
start doing that, I mean, it's just little by little, or get an agency. Acting, modeling, it all goes with different things, you know. But if you're looking for makeup, there's always resource. There's schools for it. I mean, you can always get in contact with me and I can guide you into that little path if you want to call it. But I start from zero and I want to help others out there to become where I'm coming from, you know? I would
And be successful, right?
Yeah,
And you wouldn't be where you're at if you wouldn't be on time or if you wouldn't practice what you do. And I mean, and people ask me all the time too, Sophia, they ask me all the time, Hen Dog, do you practice on the show? I'm like, no, I don't.
but I see it's like but I see my mistakes, so you learn from your mistakes to do something
And
better.
I do because I can. I mean, that's why I got the headphones because I can. I'm able. Well, for first of all, I'm able to hear myself chat with you. Also, I'm able to hear you chat when you talk, so I can hear what I'm saying, and then I can be like, and it's not all the time, but it's on the show that I'll be like, man, did I really just say that?
That's so funny.
Ay, ay, ay.
Uh,
But yeah, it's good what you're doing for our fans, for our culture, for the film industry. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys in person, meeting my whole team in person, everybody on the show. Um, Sophia, is there anything um that you like to eat or drink? What's one of your favorite drinks if you're going to go out, or soda pop? You got a favorite drink out there?
I actually do. I mean, I'm pretty like an old school girl. Like, I mean, I'm into, like horror movies, right? So everything that is black, I'll drink it. So let's say like a black cherry cola with a little bit of, I guess, like what is it called? Jack Daniels.
Ah, la máquina. Oh shoot! Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? She said a little bit of black Coke, like cherry, with a little bit. She said just a little bit of Jack. Ah, la máquina.
I know.
Ay, ay, ay. Wow. So, Sophia, I know you're busy with this film star and film makeup, and I know you're always gigging, you're always booked because that's where you make your living. And is there any upcoming films that you're performing at and that you're doing that um, another thing that would probably be pretty cool would be like I think would be pretty cool. Maybe you should look into it. You and your friends out there in San Antonio, maybe do a little pop up show in San Antonio or Corpus or Houston or somewhere out there at one of the bars or one of the clubs or at an event or at an event. Like do a little charge 10, 15 bucks or whatever, and you get in, you get to see some of the work that you're doing on somebody, and get somebody from the film industry or get somebody from the fans, and say, hey, would you like to be painted a little bit, a little bit of makeup on yourself, and make a little money, get out there, get and have some posters, have some autograph posters, and you can either sign them there or you can have them already autographed already, but and then you could be able to meet fans, and they can come and take a picture with Sophia, and and then they'll see a film artist there as well. They'll be like, "Oh, la máquina, we got a film star here." I mean, it's not a pop up show, just get people to come out and come see the talent you're doing, and for the community and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you know what? Is I recommend if you want to start going to film, go to mix. It's called film mixers. So you get like networking with people that they're beginners and they're already that they're advanced. So just search YouTube, Austin castings, Austin mixers, or San Antonio, and even where your area, they're probably doing films that you don't know. So I mean, there's everybody trying to do something. So just expose yourself, put your name out there, and trust me, it's like a job interview. You need to go through a process for someone to say yes.
Exactly my point. Exactly. So, Sophia, after you're done doing your film and doing the makeup for the artist and guests and the extras. And is there a favorite place you like to go eat at? After you're done, or like on break, or I mean, is
When
there?
I'm really hungry and we have hours to like film, oh, let me tell you. Oh, sorry. Um, I actually like. Man, that's a really hard question. That's a really, really hard question.
Because I,
Um,
I know that Tejano scenes, or not just in the Tejano scenes, but I know in everybody else in general, um, the only thing that's freaking open late night, I mean, it used to be McDonald's, but you know what's beating that right now is Waterburger, man, 24-hour Waterburger, and that's where everybody spends their time is at Waterburger after each performance, each show, each little task. I mean, and I shouldn't just be saying Waterburger, but that's the only thing that's open at 2 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, because we will be spending hours. Like I think the longest set that I went, it was a 3-day shoot, and we ended up like filming. It's long hours, guys. It's kind of like almost a whole full day without sleeping
And eating.
and eating.
I mean, the thing is, being in this film industry, I mean, depending on the role, depending on the character you got to perform. I mean, if I was in the film industry and depending on the role they gave me, I'd have to cut this beard off, cut this stash off, or let it grow, and um, and then wait. You're being a specific character, or they want you to look like a certain character. You gotta gain the weight a little bit, and they'll kind of stuff you a little bit. And I mean, you gotta wear the suit. And I mean, there's a lot of comes into it, man, when you become when you keep becoming a film star.
I know, but sometimes you just had to suck it up, and it's kind of like, but that's part of the film process, Like if you want it and you enjoy it, sometimes you just have to deal with some things that you just probably don't want to do, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be happy about it because you did it.
Exactly. Yes. So we got a lot of people checking in here. Um Even a few shout outs out there, man. We got Juanita Candelaria, a la máquina. She's in the house. Silver City, New Mexico is in La Casa. I do want to say thank you to everybody checking out with us today, man. Sophia, I do want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule for hanging out with us on the podcast. And good luck to you on all the stuff you're doing and all the success. Congratulations on that award. And like I said, it's not given to you. It's something that you worked your tail for, because you proved them that you can be a great talent to the film industry. And he rewarded you back. He's like, hey, you know what? She's taking her not taking her time, but she's putting in the work, putting in the quality work, and the best. He was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna honor this film makeup artist an award for her hard talent, and that's where it's at. The hard work pays off. Um,
Exactly.
you don't get handed trophy and money and this and that, right? You got to work hard for it to get to the big dogs, and that's what you did, and that's how you got it. So congratulations on all the stuff you're doing in the film industry, filmmaking, and also want to congratulate you on being on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show every single Monday. She's the host on Monday, ladies and gentlemen. So be sure to follow her on all the social medias, and we'll see her on the Welcome Back Monday Showdown with the Andrea, if I'm not mistaken. And then we got a lot of shows coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We got her artist that she reached out to me about, and we got those coming up in June. I do want to say thank you to everybody. Sophia, is there any last things you would like to say to anybody out there that's chiming in, and your friends, your producers, filmmakers, and all that? Anybody out there that you would like to send a shout out to before we head out?
Oh yeah, I mean, I just want to say thank you for giving me all this opportunity. Like I said, I put my heart and effort to all this, and I just want to say like hi to my girlfriend that she's been working her butt off, and so she works in SPN as well. So she's a good influence in my life. So just being around with directors, writers, supporters, feeding us and making sure that we're okay while we're filming. Thank you so much.
Well, I wanted to say thank you to Sophia. hanging out with us. God bless you, Sophia. See you on Monday. If I don't see you on Monday, I'll see you when I see you. All right. God bless you, to your family, to your producers, to the girlfriend out there working hard in the film. We're gonna have to bring her on the show and get her side of the journey. I do want to say thank you. God bless to Sofia Luque out there out of San Antonio, film star, makeup artist. If you want to get some makeup, professional makeup, hit up Sofia Luque on Facebook, and she'll get that taken care of for you. And be sure to follow her, give her a like, share, follow on all those social media platforms. God bless you. Thank you, Sophia. God bless. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, talented film makeup artist. Ladies and gentlemen, she's been doing it for 12 years strong, man, and going on probably the 13th year this year. Um, I can't express this enough, man. Show your love, show your support to all these people that follow you. All right, be humble. Be humble. Good things will come to you, and the good man upstairs will put it out there for you as well. He'll bring you good things. And big shout out to Sofia Luque out there out of San Antonio, Texas, doing big things in the film industry, man. Um, I am your boy DJ Hen Dog. I do want to say thank you guys so much, man.